Hello YouTube, Jonathan 800 here with a mostly ramble video. I already made a DLC tier list before, but this time I am going to try to explain the features of the DLC. So I split into three categories: must-have DLC, nice-to-have DLC, and completely optional DLC. So let's start with the completely optional DLC, which is basically you don't need it. Your game will run fine without it. Some features of them could be useful, but you're better off without it if you really want to save money for your wallet. You really should get all of these DLCs on sale, by the way. So, first we have La Resistance and Battle for the Bosporus. These DLCs are kinda lackluster, but also good. So let's start off with Battle for the Bosporus. Let me quickly switch to Hearts of Iron 4. So, Battle of the Bosporus adds focus trees for Bulgaria. Here is Bulgaria's actually quite nice focus tree. You got your monarchist, right-wing, democratic, and left-wing path. Pretty much box standard communist paths in the game. And this is actually an alright focus tree for a DLC. Next you have Turkey, and oh my god, help. This is paint. This I do not like. There is this... So you're gonna reach here about 1939. Reconfigure Turkish foreign policy. 70 days. That's 35 days, but that's not historical. That's how you get to the boring Ottoman path. This is 70 days. 35 days after a 70-day focus. 35. I think they made some of these 35, but these are extremely long to do. And then once you get to reconfigure Turkish policy, you could go down this one, but you're not gonna get to Bulgaria in time. World War II is gonna start. I tried this before, it was awful. So you're pretty much left with only this chunk of the tree, and you could theoretically do all of these, then join what branch you want. But also you have to work on your Army and Air Force if you want to have something that isn't completely trash. But I believe this is like my least favorite focus tree in the game. Followed maybe by Greece. Greece's focus tree is somewhat small. It has an really nice industry branch though. I actually quite like this industry branch. You got two choices, and I just really like it for some reason. And you can choose historical, which actually is quite nice. I enjoy it. You can also go down right wing. You can go left, not left, just despotism. Then you can really great democratic tree actually, because you actually get to go prank Turkey and stay democratic, or you can go Byzantium and be the funny meme lord. But that's it. There's no gameplay features added besides faction management, which is only in these two countries, not even Turkey. And there you go, that's Battle for the Bosporus. Here's your Bosporus, now go fight for it. So let's switch back to the tier list, and we have La Resistance. This is actually a nice DLC to have, but it's also, judged by the community, not the greatest. So, this is France. It got its focus tree in the update, improved one. What's your historical focus tree? This is in it. Quite decent industry, quite decent army. This is like from the original French focus tree. Now here's where your historical, and it's about here. This is your focus tree without it, and this is actually a really good democratic path. You can do little entente and you can wipe Germany. This is kind of nice. French Union could be extremely funny if everyone agrees to it. This is quite good. This is quite good. And with the DLC, you add in the communist path here. Pretty much your classic communist path. Except you can actually join the Allies. Wait. Oh. Well, would you look at that? I did not realize that. They got new things. Leader traits. Alright, back to the thing. Now, with the DLC, you also get utilized the leagues. Haha, funny monarchist paths. There's only one good one, one lame one, and one can work, but one does it ever. And you also got the right-wing path. Latin Entente is actually kind of a fun playthrough. This is with the row. Kind of lame, just I don't want to die to Germany. I'm not good enough. Let's side with them. That's actually my first game as in Hoi 4 was going right wing, so I didn't die to Germany. Either way, back to the DLC. This is what the main point of the DLC is for, the intelligence agency. You get operations you can do, you got spies, and you do a bunch of cool stuff. It feels lackluster in some points, but it's really, really nice. You can steal military blueprints, you can just steal blueprints to get attack that your neighbors have. In the past, you used to steal military blueprints and steal the medium tank chassis from Germany, who now no longer has the 2-year research bonus for the Panzer III. Collaboration governments are insanely useful when invading certain countries, but I often forget about the intelligence agency. It eats into your civs. It's still good. Cryptology is extremely nice. The whole intel system is reworked, so you can't just right-click a country and see what it has. People bash on it a lot, but it's actually kind of nice. But can you play the game without the DLC? Yes. So there's 2 other countries that got focus trees. That being Spain. So you got 2 Spains here. Here's Nationalist Spain. Here's Republican Spain. I don't know how to judge the Spanish focus tree. It's kind of nice. But remember, the big focus tree isn't as big as you think. Because let's say you say Franco not cool, but I want to be right wing. You got this, and you got right here. This is your focus tree, somewhat decently sized. Good side with Franco. You got both sides have this, but yeah, we don't talk about that. No one ever does these focuses. You gotta rush down for Consolidated North format a carless split and then fuse to parties. So no one ever does these. You got only Dr. Both, but not worth it. And then you have pretty much all of that, and then your carless path, which is quite powerful. Like extremely powerful. And you got this section. Republican Spain, you can go down funny anarchist, classic communist split between yes Stalin, no Stalin, and then the democratic path. This is one of the worst democratic paths in the game because you are a minor nation, and then what's your end goal? Just going after Germany, Italy, or Japan. And also, if you expand Soviet aid, you have war for independence. And then you are in a perpetual war with the Soviet Union. Because How are you supposed to get to here, and how are they supposed to get to you? It just won't work. Now, one other country was added, and it had a focus tree, and that's Portugal. This, I believe, is an alright focus tree. I just never really played Portugal. It's alright. Quite a bit of infrastructure bonuses. I know that. I just find it funny how historical path Portugal is supposed to just say, hey Japan, die. It's also funny how pretty much every other path has a slight, let's go kill Japan focus. Well, it's mostly just this one, but I swore that there was more. But it's just for a minor country, this is a decent-ish focus tree, I believe. Not completely sure, but the monarchist path is known to be extremely good. Kingdom reunited. Just get cores on both Portugal and Brazil. That way, the Brazilian flag in front of the Portuguese language option, and when you're picking your language, isn't sad. Well, there you go. This is law resistance. Focus trees for these, and you get a fancy new button on top that lets you do some stuff. That's about it. Now, let's head back to the MS Paint thing. Okay, so we got our tier list, and next up, we have By Blood Alone, Man the Guns, and Death or Dishonor. There's a good argument for why Death or Dishonor should be optional, but it's just really nice, and I peeked the microphone there, oops. Okay, it's just really nice. So let's switch back to Hoi 4. So Death or Dishonor adds focus trees for quite a few nations, 4. So you have the Czech focus tree, which is out of date, but also kind of nice. I see no reason anyone would ever go for this branch when you could do this. Yeah, wait, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. So I see why you could, but United Population is actually quite nice. This is the, let's make our country a giant fort so Germany can't kill us. This is decent. This is a meme. This is alright. This is a kind of a meme. So, Czech focus tree, bit outdated. Still a fun nation to play. Hungarian focus tree. We laugh at this area. This is kind of lame. Just 10% stability for and a name change. This is what everyone plays Hungary for, and it's not that great actually when you think about it, because it's like, come on, dice rolls, and you lost in time to reset your game. This is alright for military tree. You get 5% output until you go past volunteer only. Kind of a neat concept. It's alright. This, what is it? Death or Dishonor also really like to do the licensing. Yeah, there it is. License purchase costs and stuff. And you do that by right-clicking and negotiate licenses, and you get it, and then and then you have a production penalty on it, and you have to pay civs to the owner. No one uses it for a reason. It's not that great. However, Germany with this, I thought it did allow you to get a... I thought it adjusted the... What is it called? Oh my gosh, help me. What is it? Licensing. Like, it helped with, deal with the penalty of licensing. No. So you're gonna have a massive penalty when licensing to, other people. It's like, it's not worth it. If it was, like, full production, then yes, it would be nice. There's also Romania. Romania has been getting some love recently. No one really plays this unless they're doing historical. This is an absolute meme, and it lets you roll the Balkans and get some achievements. This is alright. This is alright. You get to pick who you want, kind of. You'll never get this guy again. Goga. You'll never get him unless they've patched that bug. Air Force, this is box standard stuff. Yugoslavia had a change with the Battle for the Bosporus, and unironically, I think it's alright. You got meme path, blow up your country. Not actually blow up, just balkanize it. This is a meme path. I tried it out. It kind of sucks. Lets you be very neutral, though. Wait, armed neutrality. Oh, that's actually nice. Reunite the kingdoms, that's also decent. Yet this button lets you go here without exploding. This is alright. Box standard stuff here. I believe. They changed it. You can't get like fighter 3s in 1940 anymore. Based on the basic smaller airframe. Alright. So that isn't as good as it used to be anymore. And there you go. You got a gameplay feature which makes it better than Battle for the Bosporus. 4 country paths that are being reworked slowly. It's alright. I have a strong bias to it, that's why it's not an optional. It just gives a lot of flavor to Europe. Because without it, all of these countries are doing nothing. If you're playing the UK and you want to save the Czechs, they're gonna more than likely survive because they got all of these focuses done and can hold off the Germans as you do a naval invasion or push up through the Rhine. So, is it good? It also gives you, fascist countries, I believe I can say that now, I've reached far enough point in the video. Puppet system, which is, quite nice. I am always good with a good puppet system. It allows you to get more manpower, I believe, more resources, civ and military factories. I really like this focus tree because of all the fun I had in the Balkans. Is it the greatest? No, that's why it's at the bottom of nice to have. So let's quickly switch back to MS Paint. And the next country we have on the list is Man the Guns. Oh, I should probably switch back to Hoi Fort. There we go. Man the Guns gives 4 focus trees again. This time to UK, the Dutch, the US, and Mexico. So this is your this is your historical, actually yeah. This is your historical British tree, or your tree without DLC. This is what the DLC does to Britain. It adds this section. Kill your empire, blow up your empire, but get it back. Lots of memes here. You also got Imperial Federation memes. Actually, I don't think... Actually, there is no Indian autonomy in without DLC. And there's no Imperial Conference without DLC. So, I was a bit wrong there. So, if we just look at the DLC stuff, this is actually could be useful, especially if you're playing as Mosley. Trade unions, it will probably help you secure allies when you, blow up your country or empire. It works. It's good. If you time it right, you'll have like an entire communist bloc fighting for you. This is what most people tend to play as, is either the king or Mosley. Oh yeah, global defense is not part of it is part of the DLC, because otherwise it's just home defense. Personally, I think home defense is better than global defense. That is just me, because most of the things these get rid of early. Issue gas masks, that's nice. This removes war to end all war with no penalties. Where else? Prepare for the inevitable is actually quite nice. And then you can meme in the Middle East. However, global defense does give some nice stuff. Land doctrine, naval doctrines, enforce the treaties, mills. Oh, you could still... I did not know that. Huh. You can invade those countries with global defense. And the oil must keep flowing, I suppose. So let's get to the United States. The only thing that changed for the United States is that this was your this is your political branch. Everything here that I'm boxing in. And that was your political tree. This adds in suspend the persecution and America first. And this is quite funny. You can stay which right? You can stay democratic and do side with FDR, do a lot of these. Just say oopsie poopsie, protest bad, we sorry. And then you just get rid of depression earlier. You can also hire some communists in government to boom. Easy minus 5% consumer goods for free. These advisors are cost zero political power. And you get the benefits of New Deal. America First kind of sucks. This, however, is absolute meme path. I enjoy it. If you stay democratic and do this, this is actually quite enjoyable and quite fun. Be aware, you really should do the war goals, otherwise your democracy and war support will just go down like a rock. The Civil War sucks. And if you are in the Civil War as America, it's not good. It's not good, it sucks. Like, you have to go down this path and in order to potentially win. This actually seems like kind of... That actually affects the Great Depression. Huh. It's a shame you can just get rid of it by just beelining this. But, eh. Then you got the beam path that is meh. The United States with DLC, it's okay. Mexico has, for some reason, a gray focus tree. No, it's also no matter what you do, you get to prank the United States and Latin America. Quite fun. Oh. Trotsky? Alright. Yeah, there's Trotsky as Mexico. That's all fun and good. You can either support this guy, arrest this guy. Your country is about to explode, so you have to balance between stability and factory output for the most part. I never really played Mexico all that much, but I know, like, the one time I partially played it, it was actually quite fun. Oh, Calais. Oh, that is Calais focus. Okay. So, this is actually quite a great focus tree, and I don't know why such a small country has... Well, it's not small. Such a minor country has it. Same could be said for the Dutch. Man the Guns was actually quite good with the focus trees. You got, oops, the mainland we can't hold, and yes, the mainland we can hold. Especially if we, flood the country. Flooding the country is actually quite a meme. And then you are just, chilling here as the Germans are like, our tank don't float. And you are just in waist-high water with a gun and shooting it. Quite fun. The political tree, monarchist path is great. Democracy path, alright. Faction leader. Wait. What is the faction called? Is it actually EU? Oh, you can just form Benelux? Neat. Oh, the faction name is Benelux, and then it just becomes part of the makes it EU. Not the actual country EU, you just got a bunch of factions. Yeah, democracy path is okay. That's actually quite a nice bonus. Oh yeah, why does the Netherlands have like the best submarine commander in the game? Let me... What is it? Tag Netherlands? No. Debug, help. Debug. I don't know. Okay, what's... Okay, Holland. Alright. Hey, where's your admiral? Why did... This is like one of the best submarine commanders in the game, and I have no idea why. And then with the focus tree, he gets even better if you go democratic. Yeah, another attack, 2 maneuver, and 1 coordination. Request protection. Get guaranteed by the U.S. if you want. 4th ally, dockyard speed. You were kind of built for Navy, which goes well with the DLC. Communist path, kind of memey. This is the... we don't want to die to the Germans, so we'll join them. This is alright. This is kind of, decent. Continuing the war in, the Dutch East Indies is, one way to get... Well, it's the only way to get the achievement. Oh, wow. Huh. That's a decent focus tree. Bonus. Shame that by that time you probably already liberate your country fully. It's all... This is a decent focus tree. And let's take to the USA. Now, the main part of the DLC is... What is it called? Navy. This updates the Navy. You get modules and stuff in your ship designer. There you go. This is the main point of the DLC, is the ship designer. Does anyone understand it? Almost no one does. There are some geniuses who do, and then a patch occurs and then the meta shifts a bit, but it's actually quite nice. And the US, UK, France, and I think another country all... Here's your naval research that gets updated. I believe this is the tree you have in the game, minus some of these. And then you got your naval support. I don't know. Navy's kind of fun. It is fun to build a navy and then see other navy go from the top part of the screen in the naval battle thing to the bottom part. Kind of satisfying. I just know that big stack win, unless you're convoy raiding, then small stacks everywhere kills more convoys. So, the reason I rated it low is no one understands the Navy. And that's about it. The main gameplay feature is no one understands the Navy. But if you do, it is actually quite a nice focus tree. Gives some nice all-his paths for the US, UK, and 2 randomly really good focus trees for the Netherlands and Mexico. Alright, that's done. Let's head back to the MS Paint. And now we're on By Blood Alone. By Blood Alone is the most recent DLC to the state. They're starting to do dev diaries on the new one. So, the main crown jewel is the Italian focus tree, which is already mostly in the game now. This is all base game. This is all base game. It's kind of funny. You can completely neuter Italy in a base game as Ethiopia, because they'll never be able to do a single bit of their political tree. Also, this is in the base game. So that's quite funny. At least with these, you can actually go down your focus tree. But they don't have struggle in Ethiopia or the Abyssinian fiasco in base game. So, talking about Abyssinian fiasco, this is making a republic. It's quite alright. this focus is now actually gonna work. Alright. So this focus tree was now actually gonna work for once, especially the Democratic one, because this for some reason just did not work. It is quite fun to just meme as UN peacekeepers as a popular front, because that's all I did. I wasn't supposed to. It's like you're supposed to do something like follow the Soviets or defend the land. What I did was just use the political advisor that so you have this focus that gives you more volunteer divisions. You got a guy in your cabinet that will do the same thing basically. So you'll just help Spain take out Germany while helping France, or just other UN peacekeeper stuff. That was actually kind of a fun game. You also got this side with Mafia for memes. All DLC gives you Convene the Grand Council. You got Balboa Grande, and the King, or Imperialistic Democracy. This is by far like one of the most fun games I've ever had in this game. So you go down Christian Democracy Italy, you still have access to foreign affairs. You guarantee Austrian independence. You still take over Albania. You also got proclaim the Italian Empire somewhere. Where is it? There it is. You still get to do this. You side with the Allies. It is quite mean. And then you can, if you want, just keep going down to reform Rome. Like, yeah, you have to just you can only reform Rome. So boom, easy win. And you're a democracy too. So that was a fun game. Balboa and Grande I haven't played yet, but I know that these are actually somewhat good. This focus kinda is because not everyone will agree with you. It is actually kinda nice though to have. Oh, that's kinda funny. More colonialization, but this is actually for a DLC. Like, you saw what the UK and US, you could just slightly cover the focus tree and it changes nothing. Like, the DLC adds too few of his alt history paths. This is by a great focus tree right here, just your main political one, but oh my gosh, the alt history stuff is actually quite substantive, good for replayability. Foreign affairs is base game. This is still pretty good. Two other countries have focus trees, technically three. The Horn of Africa countries. Here it is. You play SR, I'm not, unless sub goal of, I don't know, 1,000. Quote it. Ethiopia. This, I have mixed feelings. It is fun to play as Ethiopia, rally around the emperor, prank Italy, screw them over. Boarding the train is the absolute meme path of screw Italy, screw everything it stands for. Because, what is it? Buy guns, close the Suez, get volunteers from like 10 countries or something. And then the lame part is it will be a white piece and they will still have a saw. But you could just push them out, get the white piece there, and then if you own it, you get Eritrea, I believe. Quite fun. What else is in the... that's the United States, oops. And then you have, let's liberate Africa. Let's liberate Africa. Let's, go to the Caribbean. Let's, get an achievement. Pretty much it's good. It's alright. I actually played this one in multiplayer. When you puppet Ethiopia as Italy, it will automatically unlock this focus tree for you. It's alright. You're still Ethiopia. Here's your industry tree. Oh my god, it's so long and you get so little. Oh no, I'm dying of old age looking at it. This is actually quite nice. You got irregulars, actual good infantry, fix your country, fix your air force, or create an air force. Huh, that is absolutely funny. This is your naval tree as Ethiopia. This is Second Italo-Ethiopian War stuff. Kind of nice. Really should get this before the war ends. This tree I haven't played, but apparently it's actually kind of good. I have never played the Liberate Africa part of Ethiopia. It's just too long, and I have a small attention span. Yo, look! It's a reference! Alright. Ethiopia. Kind of fun country. Not that well for Switzerland. Switzerland can be kind of fun though. You got the I'm bored. I want to actually fight someone. So you can side with Germany. You can declare martial law and do this stuff here. This is actually quite powerful. Frontier defense plan. Oh, ow, wow. That's a lot of buffs. This is a lot of buffs. This is historical. Country explodes. It's alright. This is quite good. Quite powerful. This is funny. This is funny. What else? I have never seen anyone do this. I've seen some people do this. Everyone likes to go for Alpine Protectorate. I have never seen anyone do this. Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should play this path one time. Second Helvetic Republic is kind of memey. It instantly lets you have, actual infantry divisions. And pretty much lets you form the Alpine Confederation. This lets you blow stuff, kill Germans. This lets you kill the Germans. There you go. You pretty much got it. And then you have this whole balance of power thing you have to deal with, which is quite annoying. Annoying at some points, but it works. It's fine. Yes. That's about it for the Swiss focus tree. What else does By Blood Alone do? Oh yeah, planes. So, yeah, you're plane designer. People don't seem to understand it. Basically, if you want a fighter, it's just machine guns and armor. That's about it. That's the meta currently. Why? It just works. And then you can build whatever planes you want. Nothing's stopping you from creating an Italian, what is this TAC bomber? Multi-role aircraft. Problem with multi-role aircraft is they're not good in either things you designate them to in. Oh, that's a lot of debug stuff. So, By Blood Alone, quite nice actually. I do give it a high rating. Kind of. Ethiopia is alright. Switzerland is meh. If you actually try to stay neutral as Switzerland, you'll find it's actually harder than it looks. And just the Italian focus tree is the crown jewel of By Blood Alone. And you also got Air Force changes, which is actually alright. Now, let's head back to the MS Paint. And now we have, which may surprise some of you, Together for Victory, Waking the Tiger, and No Step Back. You may be wondering why Together for Victory is up there, but I'll save that for last, because viewer duration is something. Oh no, you're skipping! For those of you who haven't skipped yet, let's start with No Step Back. No Step Back is by far one of the best DLCs for Hearts of Iron 4, if not the best. So, here's the Soviet tree. It is quite substantive, especially when you compare it to the original one. What you get with the DLC is this stuff here. That's about it. You blow yourself. Oh yeah, forgot about this path. This path kind of sucks, to be honest. So, yeah, you got a few new branches. They're quite good for DLC. If you spend DLC money on a DLC just for the focus trees, this is actually kind of alright. Poland gets an improved one. I'm gonna say Poland United Ready is part of the base game, so you already have this. This is actually quite good. I believe you also have these focuses with Poland Together for Victory, not Together for Victory, United and Ready. This is the real juicy stuff. Organized a peasant strike, assembled a Regency Council, a nationalist constitution. For DLC, this is quite a lot. This is really nice, actually. This stuff here, quite fun. This stuff here, extremely fun. This here, kind of fun. This stuff here, why go down here when you can go down here and get your independence naturally? And also you got, screw the Germans. This is actually quite powerful. Prepare for the inevitable. You play historical Poland, you'll just be like, yeah, I'll just hold against the Germans. And then if you're playing, I believe I actually did go down the castle in that Exile Poland video. Check it out, it's actually quite fun. So you can just hold the Germans. I did not increase my conscription law from, was the base one. I said enter. So on just volunteer only, I had a manpower crisis because my divisions were not having enough men. But by then I already killed like 5 million Germans. So once I died, I already had most of Prepare for the Inevitable set up because I had over 60% surrender progress, got most of this done. If you already have created an intelligence agency before Prepare for the Inevitable, you get an agency upgrade. Then you got an agency upgrade. This is actually quite good. Like, 5 factories here, 6 factories here, more planes, navy even, and you don't even have to have a country for all of this. More mills, and then the grand finale, a Warsaw Uprising. So if you have already weakened Germany like I did, the Eastern Front's not going to go well, and you just do the decision. Your resistance is going to be extremely high. You just pop it after doing some other operations. This is the time law resistance actually comes in handy, and then you liberate your whole country. The Warsaw Uprising is not one province, it is the whole country rising up. It will decimate the Germans, and you will eventually win, basically. Really nice. I have no idea why Poland has such a great focus tree. It is really nice. Then you have the Baltics. I have never played the Baltics, but I know just from looking at these are great focus trees actually, for the most part. Your monarchist path for Lithuania is insanely powerful. There is pretty much, if you don't unite the Baltics, you're kind of screwed to the Soviets or the Germans, but these are pretty decent focus trees. They all share the same industry stuff, but it is quite. These are quite nice focus trees for the most part. They do have some weak paths, but it's all right. It's pretty good, actually. And everyone got extremely sad when Finland did not get a focus tree. I was like, it's fine. We have already got how many focus trees that update? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 focus trees. One that is insanely good base game, which is just the center. If you remove the DLC stuff, you have the center, and it's insanely good. I would say the center is the strongest path for the Soviet Union. Some might say otherwise. I don't care. It is, you play however you want to play. With the DLC, the Soviets become even better. So, with why did I rank probably the best DLC so low? You really don't need it. Once again, you got Poland United and Ready. I believe it also has Prepare for the Inevitable, but I'm not too sure on that one. But it's still, you got your historical Polish tree, which by itself is actually not bad. The Soviet tree, you got the center, and that's all you need as the Soviet Union for the most part. The Baltics, most people don't play the Baltics, but with the DLC, you can actually play them now. And they get really good industry too. Like, what is it? Modernizer, and yeah, you just get a ton of bonuses and great stuff playing the Baltics. So there we go. That one's, there you go. You got the no step back. Oh, I kind of forgot about the juicy part of no step back. Come on, tag to the Soviet Union already. Tank designer. This is quite nice. You build tank. Do I know meta tank? Build M3 Lees. Get all your support cannons or something like that. I don't know. I like to make realistic tanks. And Officer Corps is extremely underrated, I believe. No one talks about it, but this is insanely good. Doing in the past, you always went fascist for minor countries. This is the sole reason people go communist now, basically. The weekly manpower buff. That is insanely nice. These are nice. If you play or Democrat, you got relief and command. You get so much. You gain more army XP. You can edit your templates and stuff without needing volunteers. This is, I believe, the weakest part. But with Grand Battle Plan, you get feeder training, and oh, it's so nice. Navy stuff, extremely nice. Air Force stuff, cheaper air doctrines is always nice. Oh wait. Yeah, I have never seen anyone use this one actually, but this is really great. And then best part of it all, oh no, I don't have my infantry guy. I know what to do. I'll promote my have my, what is it called, a level 6? No, that's not it. Okay, my level 4 guy to be an infantry expert or specialist, and then he can become an expert in genius. That is extremely nice and undervalued in my opinion. But can you play the game without it? Yes. No, this is must have. You really should get this DLC. This is absolutely great. I tried the game without it, and I just go to this officer court and I just feel so empty. I need it. I crave this. And also the tanks are also pretty useful, but I crave the officer court. I need it. Also, the focus trees are just great, that update. So let's head back to MS Paint, and we got Waking the Tiger. This is the focus tree for the Axis, for the most part. So here is your this is your historical German tree. It's alright. It's good. It's a bit small now, but this is a box standard decent tree. This is what you get, trying to aim it. There you go. With the DLC. Democracy or Kaiser. Prank the Soviets with NATO. Or restore the Kaiser and have a fun time in and get our place in the sun. That's about it. It's kind of nice. when there was not much in the game, these are a great focus tree. And what is that? Negative 20% consumer goods. This is a forever focus. 10% civilian speed plus autarky. Is it our autarky? Yep. So that's 20% for building consumer goods. Bulwark against Bolshevism. And then you got your Central European Alliance, or you go down other stuff. It's great. It's alright compared to, it's kind of sad compared to the other alt history trees. But it's also kind of funny. In 70 days, you got a perfectly stable country for the most part. And then all of a sudden, you're in civil war. And then you get a guy with plus 20% attack and defense on core territory. And you just steamrolled Mustache Man. Now we're going to the actual part that matters. Asia. It's waking the tiger. And you got your tiger here. China. This tree is pretty much your Chinese focus tree. It's alright. It works. You're actually weaker than you are in base game because you now have a army corruption, effective bureaucracy, and and inflation you have to keep track of. But every Chinese country has this. Pretty nice. Quite nice, actually. You got, so China is split between democratic, monarchist, communist, and wild cards. China is actually quite fun to play as, even if supply, it's gone. It's non-existent. I've always kind of liked the Chinese focuses. It's always fun to go from a warlord to surprise, I am now a contender of China, and now I have united China under my banner. And let's go to Japan. So there you go. This is your Japanese focus tree. Quite sad. These two are base game. Purge Kodowa and support Kodowa. That's actually in the base game. This is pathetic. This is kind of funny to play. You just take over the Pacific through diplomacy. Can we take care of your colonies so we can liberate them to be independent countries? Sure. Annexes them through the puppet mechanics, which we'll talk about later. This is alright, box standard. You also have support your ally Manchukuo. It's okay. This path is absolutely garbage. Nothing will work. The historical AI will always screw you over. This is the only path you play as Manchukuo. Manchukuo doesn't have any focuses. There's a Japanese puppet system. This guy, for some reason, has he's just gets improved naval bombers, because everyone knows that when Genghis Khan was going through, starting to go through Europe, he used naval bombers to great effect. That's why he has the spirit of Genghis. It is quite nice. You then, when someone's at war, you can send an attaché. This is really good, especially democratic countries. You get taking army XP. You may not be able to send volunteers, but you are able to, get some army. I think you get any XP, 20% of any XP. Quite nice. And trying to think of what else is in it. Let's quickly check the wiki. I know leader traits were added with this update, and I believe they're base game now. Let me just assign like these leader traits. You originally can't get this stream without waking the tiger. And that's why I would have put it as #1, but now that it's in base game, I believe it isn't as much of a priority, but it is really nice to get your general traits. What else? It says scavenge equipment from the battlefield. Air volunteers. Oh my gosh, that is so useful to have, especially with 5 blood alone. So let's send volunteers. Waking the Tiger allows you to add this, and this is how you build up your Air Force. I know they recently buffed the XP gained from air training, but dang, that is so useful to have. General traits we already talked about. Oh yeah, for some reason, almost all of your what is it called, formable nations are Waking the Tiger. So if you want to form like Polynesia, I believe that requires Waking the Tiger. Forming the Baltics, if you don't have No Step Back, that requires Waking the Tiger. Holy Roman Empire, Waking the Tiger. Most of your formable nations, Waking the Tiger. And that's pretty much it, I believe. Yeah. It's a great focus tree. Really good, really great features for all countries involved, especially air volunteers. I think they might have, like some general traits. I'm not sure. But it's just extremely nice to have. The alt history paths for Germany is always fun, for the most part. China's always fun to play as usually. Japan, it really needs an update. So, let's go to the thing that people will criticize me for. Why in the world is Together for Victory I believe the most important DLC in the game? Well, I'll tell you that. Without Together for Victory, the UK only has 2 puppets, Raj and Malaya. That's it. They're puppets. There's no such thing as integrated puppets, dominions, or colonies. It is just puppet. They can either be free or not free. Actually, once you're a puppet, you're forever a puppet. There is no changing it. Because your autonomy system is only... Wait, manage subjects. This is a Together for Victory thing. So, if you're a puppet, the only way to not be a puppet is through civil war by ideology change. So, your Commonwealth also gets focus trees. They have been getting some love recently. Like Canada, oh my, look at that, look at it. They did it, they removed it. They removed this dumb thing here. So, they have been getting some love. Also, without it, without Together for Victory, the UK just has a bunch of allies: Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South Africa. Yeah, those are just allies, not part of the Empire. They're just part of the allies. The focus trees, they're getting better. Like, I believe the weakest one is, of course, New Zealand. But what can you really do as New Zealand? It's not much. Like, this year's focus tree is kind of sad. Together for Victory is, like, I believe one of the first DLCs. This is alright. Yeah, excuse me. But, it's okay. Never inarguably. You could do this, but why? You could do this, but why? It's just... Raj has had a couple improvements, I believe. Like, you can finally get rid of this gross, thing. This, national spirit. Because, in reality, on volunteer only, in real life, because Hoi 4 and real life coexist, with just volunteers, the Indian army raised over 2 million soldiers, I believe. That is what I've heard. By finally getting rid of this, you can actually achieve the dream of 2 million on volunteer only. All you have to do is max out infrastructure or something. What? How do you even get rid of it again? I just know. Administrative oversight. There it is. Enables rural industrialization decisions, allowing for a modification of the agrarian society spirit. Huh. I didn't realize these things. Wait, real industrialization had decisions that now add one building slot. Or they now add woo, plus 15% local construction speed. Huh. That is actually kind of nice. So they have been updating the focus trees. I got a bit distracted there. Your puppet system, extremely nice to have. It really helps. Let's see what else they have. Oh yeah, you know Lend-Lease? Just being able to request, let's say you're Italy. Tag ETA. Help me. I need gun. This is a together for victory thing. The Lend-Lease in base game is just a country, if they want to, could start a Lend-Lease to you. You cannot request for a Lend-Lease. You can only pray that they'll lend it to you. And they have to be at, and I believe both of you have to be at war or something. I don't know. But this button is a together for victory thing. What else does it say it adds in? Spearheads, like, yeah, quickly, this thing is, together for victory to spearhead. It's just an offensive line. But it will auto-plan, and it will just do a small snake, basically. It doesn't look like that now, but it's because the tiles in Ethiopia are somewhat big. The autonomy system, alt history paths. Actually, is technology sharing a together for victory thing? I know that tag England. I said England. Commonwealth research. If it's true, this means that all of your bonuses and stuff will actually come from, like, tech sharing comes from Together for Victory. The reason I really like Together for Victory is it adds focus trees for the Commonwealth that are currently being improved. You can actually ask for Lend-Lease. Pretty much the British Empire is now a stronger force. You can request puppets forces. It is just a really nice focus tree. You may disagree with me putting it up here, but you played the game without DLC, and then when you're low on guns, I'll laugh when you are crying when you are unable to ask for Lend-Lease because you said Together for Victory is a bad DLC. It is quite nice. And that's actually kind of it. It just strengthens the British Empire. Lets you do more stuff. And also, you are Germany. You invade the UK. And if you don't have Together for Victory, there is a chance that these countries will be majors. And then you'll have to fight them. Or, because they aren't puppets, you will not be able to touch them in the peace deal. I think. Trying to remember how it works. Because if you're a faction leader and you capitulate, I guess the minor countries still could be involved. But I'm not sure. I just know that there's a high chance they will be a major country. Maybe not, because they don't have the focus trees. I'm not sure where I'm getting with this, but I'm trying to make Together for Victory better than it sounds. But it is still a really good focus tree. Just being able to Lend-Lease and the strengthening of the British Empire is pretty good. The main reason I put it this year is because I was playing without DLC for fun. Oh my gosh, I really need my Lend-Lease. It is very annoying when you're playing as Ethiopia. You can't Lend-Lease, ask your friends for anything. It's quite annoying. So how long is this video? Oh my gosh, it's over an hour long. But it's fine. Together for Victory is a good DLC. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Unless you skip through the video, then hello, welcome. So let's actually switch back to the full DLC list. Of course, your free DLC would be must-have because it's free. Your optional is all your armor packs, music, stuff like that. So that's my tier list. Feel free to debate me in the comments. I'm fine with that. I understand why you would put Together for Victory lower. It's a personal thing for Together for Victory to be up higher, because I am sick of having dumb allies in my game unable to loan loose me stuff, and also a stronger British Empire is always nice. Okay, enough time. Let's actually get through this outro. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. You know the deal. And this is Jonathan 100 signing out.